Hey, what's up guys, Rick Pete back, and this is my review of this week's Monday Night Raw. The show started off with Mick Foley calling Charlotte out to the ring. She was obviously accompanied by Dana Brooke, because Dana Brooke has absolutely no storyline whatsoever and they can't think of anything to do with her. Sasha ended up in the ring with them, and then Bayley, and after Dana Brooke opened her mouth about doing a best of 7 series between Sasha and Bayley, Charlotte told her to shut up. It went on a bit more, and then it ended up with Bayley and Sasha being involved in a match to decide who would go on to face Charlotte. That was until Miss Piggy, Sasha Banks' words from last week, slapped Charlotte, and then it became a triple threat match to see who will go on and face Charlotte at Clash of the Champions. It was a great match. Sasha got the win to face Charlotte. It was kind of predictable. I saw it coming, but it was a great match. It did look a couple of times look like Bayley was going to get a win, but no, it was Sasha. So she'll be going to Clash of the Champions to fight Charlotte. Hopefully she'll get her title back. Bo Dallas gets a push despite being escorted off a plane for being pissed out of his tree. Way to go WWE, that makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, admittedly it beat another nobody, it was another jobber. Still, it makes no sense, but the crowd chanting "Let's go jobber" kind of tells WWE that nobody gives a crap about Bo Dallas. Jericho did a highlight reel. It was supposed to have Kevin Owens on, but he was preoccupied with the match later on. So Jericho had Sami Zayn on, gave him a very less than flattering introduction. The highlight of the highlight reel for me was Zayn calling John Bon Jericho Owens' bitch, which led to him getting Codebreaker, but still it was funny. Later on it was announced that that'll lead to a match at Clash of the Champions, so there's one of your filler matches for the pay-per-view. Cesaro and Sheamus as match 55 of the 107 series. That's 5 of the Series 7. So Sheamus going in 3-1 after Cesaro picked up a win in London last Wednesday. Cesaro eventually got the win in this match by using the ropes to get an advantage. It was kind of comical how he did it. So it's 3-2. Cesaro will win 4-3. For those of you who have any doubt, it's going to end up 4-3 Cesaro. I'm calling it now, and I called it when they first started the best of 107. Nia Jax squashed Alicia Fox. Again, I predicted it last week on my Raw review video that she'd end up beating Alicia Fox, who was a rostered, at least, jobber. Not many people seem to really care about the match. I personally couldn't give 2 shits. Nia Jax weren't very impressive in NXT, and she's been even less impressive on Raw. They've done nothing with her. They might as well have left her on NXT for the impact she's made. Anderson and Gallows versus Kofi and Xavier was a good match. Anderson and Gallows won with the Magic Killer. Hopefully that's going to be an omen for Clash of the Champions, and we'll finally see the not so new Day lose the tag team championships, because it's just beyond boring now. Jinder Mahal came out with a new music and a new gimmick. He's now the man who comes in peace, which got me thinking, didn't Sanjay Dutt do a very similar gimmick to this in TNA years ago? So yeah, that's his new gimmick anyway. Jack Swagger was his opponent. I thought straight away, Swagger's going to job to him. He got a bit of a fence and it started to look a bit good, but no, lo and behold, Swagger jobbed. Enzo went up against Epic Blur in a revenge match for last week when the Shiting Farts beat Enzo and Cass. Again, it was another bullshit match. Epico got the win after Primo interfered by holding Enzo's feet as he was trying to suplex Epico back into the ring. I really hope this isn't a sign of things to come, because if it is, WWE are just beyond stupid. Enzo and Cass are probably more over than any of the other NXT talent that's come through from the draft or just before. So I just don't get why they've had the Shiting Farts, a team that nobody gives 2 shits about, a team that came back with the travel agent type gimmick, got beat by everybody, and now we're doing like a timeshare con gimmick. Beat the most over tag team, possibly with the exception of the Not So New Day, in WWE at the moment. I just don't get it. But, you know, it is what it is. It's WWE. And Vince has said many a time, he said it on camera, and I think he's actually shooting when he says it. He don't give a shit what the fans think. Main event, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. I really hoped that Owens would win the match, not because I hate Roman Reigns, because I don't. I've said before, I don't hate the guy. He's just doing what he's told, just like Cena was. It's the fickle nature of wrestling fans. Obviously, the stipulation, for those of you who remember last week, was Reigns wins, it becomes a triple threat at Clash. Owens wins, it stays Owens versus Rollins. Rollins had already confronted Kevin Owens earlier on in the night, and sort of, you know, Foley had interfered and said, look, don't ruin the match. So the match started. It was a really good match, and predictably, out came Seth Rollins, interfered, so the ref waved the match out. DQ to Kevin Owens. So it becomes 1-on-1. Mick Foley came out and said, no, it ain't ending like that. Told Seth Rollins to get to the back, they were going to have a chat. Ordered the match to be restarted. Match restarted, picked up pretty much where it left off. It was a really, really good main event match. Eventually, Kevin Owens got the win after Rusev came down and distracted Roman Reigns, which obviously carries on their storyline feud. So yeah, Owens gets the win, so it is going to be Owens and Rollins 1-on-1. A bit of a side note, when Foley came down, there were a few refs that came down to try and split up Rollins and Owens, and Finlay came down, so some of you may remember from back in the day, and there was another guy there in the suit who some of you may not recognise. That guy is Adam Pearce. He's a wrestler. He did some Ring of Honor stuff. He did a lot of independent shows. He's been on my friend Josh's OWO Fan 19 show. So there's a cheap plug for you, Josh. And I've actually spoken to him a couple of times on Facebook. He used to do, I don't know if he's done it recently because I've not seen it, like an open question session, and he asked him a question. If he could get to it, he'd answer it. And I asked him a question and he answered it, and then it led to a brief conversation with him. The guy is really cool. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, that was a little side note, but I digress. Yeah, so overall, it was a good Raw. Plenty of build up to the Clash, which you'd expect given the fact that it's only a fortnight away. So yeah, see what SmackDown brings. Unfortunately, I won't be able to post up a SmackDown video straight away tomorrow when I've watched it, as I'm working. So it'll probably be Friday when I do my SmackDown review video. But keep your eyes peeled. There will be a video in between there and then. That's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my Raw review, thoughts, etc. Again, 3-hour show wrapped up in less than 10 minutes. Please, leave a like for this video if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment, tell me what you guys thought of Raw, your favourite match, what you expect coming up to the Clash of the Champions. If you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe. If you have subscribed, as always, thank you very much. It really does mean a lot that you've taken the time out. That'll do it for now, guys, for this video. I'll catch you soon with a new video. As always, take it easy, guys. Bye for now.
Southern boys with the promise strength.